then, you lovely lot, thanks for joining me today. It's absolutely chucking it down out there. It's really miserable. I feel like we've gone right back to autumn again, which is not very nice. But anyway, it's a good excuse to just come into the sewing room and chill. Thank you so much for your comments on my last video. We had some really nice, great ideas for using the top of the design wall, so thanks for those. Yeah, I will need a step ladder, I think, to get up there. But anyway, never mind. It's working well at the moment, which is great. So today I thought we'd have a little look and just out of interest see how many quilt tops I've got currently waiting to be quilted. I'm not convinced that this is going to be a good idea because I think it might frighten me. So remind me of that later in the video, won't you? So let's start, shall we? I'm not going to open each one up because there are quite a few. But this is the pile that has been sat in the sewing room for a period of time, which includes the granny square quilt that's waiting to be done, the flying geese one that I've shown in previous videos. I've got two charity quilts, that's their backings ready to go. I've got two flying geese charity quilts that me and the ladies have put together, so they're waiting to be done. This is a block of the month that I'm running this year, which I pulled out to show everybody. This is an old block of the month that I did a few years ago, which is it's a medallion, which is waiting to be done. They're all waiting to be done, obviously. So that's just the pile that has been sort of sat lingering in the sewing room over the past 2-3 weeks, I guess. Right, so what else have we got? I've got a box upstairs in the landing eaves. I'll go and get them. Right, okay. So box. Jelly roll race. Sewing Saturday gang did a jelly roll race. I pulled that out to show them. I can't even remember what this one was. Okay, really big squares on the outs. Oh, I think I plan to do something, a plique or something in the middle of that. Heather Bailey fabric, maybe, is it? Or maybe. I'd forgotten about that one. Okay, that's interesting. I might have to put this down, it's a little bit heavy actually on my knees. What else we got? Wall hanging. Disappearing 9 patch. Is it? Yes, disappearing 9 patch. Oh, that's a bit striking, isn't it? I haven't been in this box for a while. Oh, now this wasn't mine. Oh, somebody, I don't know whether I got it in a charity shop or whether it was donated to me. Oh gosh, but it's huge. It's absolutely huge, and I think that's why I haven't done anything with it. Well, aside the fact that I haven't done anything with any of them, but it's absolutely enormous. So that's I think it's a Lone Star, isn't it? A Lone Star quilt, but it is huge. It's beautiful though. I think I might have bought it in a charity shop somewhere. But yeah, that's enormous, and it's never going to fit on my frame. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. I might I'll have to pass that on to somebody who's got a bigger frame that it will fit in. What else? This was a Chinese coin layer cake. No, jelly roll. Jelly roll. I think that was a class I did. What's this one? What's this one? Trip around the world. Actually it's quite a boyish one, isn't it? So, and that might be the right sort of shape for quilts for care leavers, which might work. Oh, this is a Latifa curve quilt. Oh my word. Okay, what else we got? This is a really old one. This is it's just a little 4-patch quilt, and I did this as a sample for beginners, one of my beginners classes. So it's just a little 4-patch block alternating with a bigger one. I'm trying to think if that's one of the oldest ones I've got in there actually. I'm having trouble with my eyelashes, I do apologise. What else? Another trip around the world. These were obviously, I think, for a class that I ran, and they were samples. We're still going. Oh my goodness, this is a scrappy one. This is an old one as well. Scrappy. Can't remember what it's called. But that would be really nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice for a quilting exercise, you know, to fill those hexagon shapes. Okay, we're still going. What's this one? This was a stained glass workshop that I did. It was obviously a sample for that. Are you keeping up? Are you keeping count? What's this one? Hexagons. Again, this was a block of the month that I ran with my clubs and classes, all based on hexagons. Oh, Lord. Oh. What's this one? Rectangles. Half rectangles. Using up some Amy Butler, I think. I put the brown border on this, and I never liked the brown border. So if I ever do anything with that one, then the brown border might come off. We're still going. What's this one? Oh, this is an applique quilt. Not a big fan on applique, but we did it as a block of the month again. Going on these block of the month for quite a few years now. And it was baskets and wreaths, and then this was supposed to be filled. This was supposed to be filled with sort of like flowers and leaves and things like that one was. But okay, we're still going. This was a Jenny Haynes, Papa Saxton. This was one of her workshops, and I really like that actually. I love the colourways of that one. I might pull that out and do something with that. Okay, we're getting to the bottom of the pile. What's this one? Oh, this was just a Christmas table runner. I used to do a Christmas table runner workshop every year, and this was one of my designs for one of those. And so the last couple of things in the bottom of the box, again, Christmas table runner partially completed. And I've got lots of Christmas table runners. And there, look, another Christmas table. Centre this time though, so yeah. And that's the bottom of that box. Did you keep count? How many? I'll have to have a count out and see how many we got to. However, there are some in the cupboard of doom as well. I'll have a look. Right, cupboard of doom yielded tumbling blocks, another block of the month from classes. This was an exercise in half square triangles from quite a few years ago. This again is a really old one. I did this up for a class sample for beginners. A variation on can't remember. That one's not mine, but is still waiting to be quilted. That's a quilt for a friend. And I've also got, do you remember this one from a while back? This is my Sassafras Lane Cadence Court quilt, which, as you can hear, still has the papers in, which is what it's waiting for. It's waiting for the papers to come out. And I know for a fact that in one of the top boxes of the cupboard of doom, there were a couple more. There's a couple more quilts that I picked up at charity shops or at yard sales when we were in America, and sort of antique vintage quilt tops up there as well. So I'm just going to have a quick count up from what I've pulled out already. 25. I've taken out the wall hangings and I've taken out the big Lone Star quilt because, like I say, I'm just never going to get that on my quilt frame. It's just too big, as beautiful as it is. Yeah, 25. How many have you got? Can you beat that? Have you got more? If you're one of these really organised people that has nothing and you're all up to date, I really don't want to hear from you, I don't think, at this stage. Oh my God. Oh, who thought this was going to be a good idea? Who thought this was going to be a good idea? I need to start working through these. How many do you think you could get through if I set aside a week and quilted as many up as I possibly could? How many do you think I could get through? That might be a nice little challenge, mightn't it, for the winter maybe, not right now. Yeah, some of these I'm not sure I will ever quilt up. There's one or two of them that were class samples, and as teaching tools, you know, they're brilliant just to take along as a you know, as an example to show people. Some of them obviously are charity quilts, so they will go off. You know, these two are charity. The Granny Square I did say was going to be a charity one, but I'm actually thinking I might keep that. I never really liked that one. I finished it, but I'm not sure I like it, so that I'm not sure about that one. That might go on to somewhere else. That's block of the month that we're currently running. That was a block of the month which I really liked, and one of my ladies had hers quilted up and it looked fab, so I might do that. That's a jelly roll. I'm not sure. I probably wouldn't keep that. That will go to charity probably. Not sure about that one. But the Disappearing 9 patch and the Trip Around the World, that's particularly looking a bit dated. So that will go, as will that one. The little 4 patch might go as well. I like these two. I might keep this one, the scrappy one. This was a block of the month. I think that might go, and that might go. Not particularly keen on the applique one. Applique. I quite like that one though. That was a teaching one. That might go. That's for somebody else, and that's my cadence core. But they still all need to be quilted, and they all need wadding, and they all need backings. And the time to do them. So I do need to start working my way through some of these, I think, don't I? Yeah, I think so. So I've got a couple I need to do for other people, and then I think I will start trying to wade my way through some of these. And what I might do is use them as practice for some of the rulers that I've got, or a new pantograph, or just some free motion. I'm a big fan of Susan Smith, Stitched by Susan, and she does some great videos on free motion quilting on a long arm. So I might employ some of her techniques on some of these for practice. So yes, and like I say, that's not even looking at the boxes that are on the top shelf up there, so we might save that one for another time. If you'll excuse me, I think I'm just going to go and cry in a corner now and sob quietly to myself. Thanks for joining me. Let me know in the comments down below how many you've got, if you can beat my 25-ish. And thanks for joining me. I hope you're all well, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. And you know what I'm going to do, don't you? I'm just going to put them all back in the box and put the box back upstairs in the attic and forget about it for a while.